Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. I cannot believe this, but I'm in. God, I'm actually here in City of Heroes, City of Villains. It's been years. Private server. It's alive. A couple little minor things. One thing I used to love about this game, I can take the mouse, or I can still use WASD. I ain't got my power set yet. Too much. Just created this tune. Those are reds. Dude, what's up, man? Hope you had a great Easter. You too. Happy birthday, man. It's been a while since I played this, man. Huh? Okay. Oh, cool. That is cool. Pretty awesome. Yep. All right. So sorry about that. So I'm going to go do a mission, I think. It's like I said, this has been a long time. I believe I can go in these pipes, or there should be a door here. I think there's... So I made a gravity psionicist. So I think it'll be kind of interesting. Okay, there's a little bit of rubber banding, not too much. I mean, they're still putting it under test. We don't even know if everything's going to stay the same. So it's not to be anticipated that it's going to, you know, stay. Been a long time. I can just... I'm missing everything at first. The combat speeds up, but I still remember the sound effects. That's kind of cool. PvP in this game was not very good. And when it came to the end game, there was just lack of it. That was one of the problems why I couldn't sustain population. It wasn't due to the game, it was just due to, like, there was nothing to do at a certain point. Enhancement found. Okay, so there's no gear in this game. None. Never was. You pretty much get stronger with enhancements. So... there should be an enhancement tray or a way to slot the enhancements. So let me go to character. That's my personal. So I named him Containment. I'm trying to think. It has been so long since I've done any of these things, man. I think you got to go to somewhere and put it in, if I'm not mistaken. So we have it. It's all good. We'll use the inspiration. light it. I definitely want to stay the fuck away from that thing. For now. I can't wait to get my friggin' light. We'll go down. It's been a long time. There's an AE, tunnel connection. I played vanilla WoW on a private server, and there was a lot of weird stuff like rubber banding and enemies not following movement scripts. Still, it was a fun experience. Yeah, I like a couple private servers. I used to, you know, delve into a few player-in servers. But for this game, it's even... Oh, red. I don't know if I could take him. We'll see. They're pretty low around here. We're still in like the newbie area. If there's anything I would make a suggestion on, if they could, is increase the speed of the combat. The animations look good, even as old as it is. And the sound effects look really good. The aura looks good. The character customization still looks really good. Okay, so we got a nice little amount of experience there. Actually, like I said, it doesn't run so as bad as what most, I think, you would think. It looks really good. I mean, as far as like some of the detail, it definitely brings back the nostalgia. Okay, it's outside the wall. There used to be player missions. Like, when Neverwinter had its, where you could create content, it actually came from this game. They did it first in this game, Cryptic did. Look, my poor ass can't even jump a fucking fence. So they still have this, which is the AE, which is pretty nice. I wonder if anybody's created content yet. Because we used to exploit the shit out of this place. Like, people would make these, like, because it's scaled. And you used to be able to access the terminal. And right here's the upstairs, how you access it. And the scaling allowed you to, like, just level up so fucking fast. So this might not be enabled. Okay. So You gotta have the tickets. Used to be able to just go in here and just play player content, though. I'll get into the customization screen or the character creation screen here in a little bit. Overall, though, I feel like it's really good considering everything that they've done. Okay, let's go to the missions. Let's go to contacts. We're going to teleport to the contact. All right. You grab up that regalia yet? I have 120. I still 80 short. I was on earlier. I was doing that and a couple of things, like even doing missions. The forces of the Arcanos are forcing a fight on Longbow down in the Darwin's Landing. So, Darwin's Landing. It's already marked on my map, my mini map, so I can go. And usually these are, you know, it's pretty just standard, you know, grab mission, turn them in. Now, the admins will come up and boost you up. They try to keep the player base, you know, playing the game. And actually, there are thousands of players, like hundreds on each side, but like they're stabilizing, you know, pretty good so far. So it's impressive. It's pretty impressive what they're able to do so far. Defeat 5 longbows. Everybody's here doing the same thing, waiting for respawn. I don't know what their respawns are or whatever. But no, the way they used to have the PvP, they actually had these heists, which were really that was one of the things I did like about this game. Like, doing heist and shit was really good. Overall, though, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like I have like metal ore around me, cybernetics. It's pretty cool. It definitely brings back the nostalgia, for sure. There's a fucking longbow. Enhancement found. I feel like the combat's slow. Okay, so we got to level up. Go talk to a trainer. So trainers, if there's a quartermaster. Purple, happy Easter, brother. How you doing? I cannot believe I'm playing this. Have you ever played this, Purple? I don't know if you ever played on PC, but holy shit, man. I can't believe it's here. God, man, it's been so fucking long. Everybody's pumped. Like, there's thousands of people just like, oh my God! And I mean, it's cool. I mean, for sure. And hopefully NCSoft doesn't get whatever out of it and be like, oh, we're going to shut this fucking shit down, man. Now, after you do so many missions, you'll actually get an instance, if I remember right. Now, I've got to find a trainer. And, so, quartermaster. Okay, yeah, look at all this. These are people. These are all players. It's just on villain side too. I can't imagine what heroes look like because a lot of people didn't play. Villains. There's quartermaster. Train to a new level. Train up. Okay, so this is what made. I never heard of this. You never heard of this? Oh my God. Okay, so this is what made this game so unique. Because this was one of the first games that you could customize your build, right? So we didn't have armor, we had enhancements. And basically, every time you leveled, you got access to new abilities for your power sets. And there were different ways to do your roles. Like, you could pick different healer power sets, different tank power sets, different damage power sets, different control power sets, all sorts of shit. Now, I kind of cheated back in the day, and I went with Psionicist and Gravity. This is what I just recreated. Because when I did PvP, a lot of people didn't have these two that they ever, defended against. Didn't do a lot of damage, but I could definitely mez the fuck out of people. And it was just pretty fucking amazing. So when you take a look like Gravity Distortion, cause a single foe to be trapped in a misshapen gravity field, rendering him unable to take action. You just CC the fuck out of him. Gravity Distortion deals smashing damage. Right? We can go Crush. Mind Probe. Grip the mind of your foe with a Mind Probe. You must be in close proximity to pull off this attack. That wreaks havoc on your foe's synapses, dealing high psionic damage while reducing their attack speed. So you're debuffing and you're CCing them like a fucking oh my God. Dude, I so remember this shit. Mental Blast. Oh, Subdue. This is just stupid. It's all single target. A lot of single target. There's not a lot of AoE on this build. But, yeah, I mean, just stupid. There's, like, different AoE effects. You could definitely have a really nice time, having fun with it. Okay. Away I go. Okay, and then up here on up in the right corner, you'll see how many bars I need to get to level. Now I have an inspiration. Later on, I'll be able to slot enhancements. That's kind of important. Interrogate longbow prisoner. Yeah, I'll interrogate him. So, should I break his leg, break his arm, describe in painful detail what you could possibly do to him? Fuck that. We're not nice. Break his arm. You hear a snap as you break the man's arm. Ah, my arm. I can't. It hurts so much. Stop. Please stop. I'll tell you anything. That's right. You will fucking tell me. Nice DK build, Purple. Deadly Set is perfect for those DK dots. Yeah, dude. Congrats, man. I did see that post. I didn't get to check out the video, but man, it was like over overperforming. I'm like, yeah, you know, purple would definitely find an overperforming build. That's for sure. But as long as you're having fun, there's a lot of changes to the DK coming up with that's on PTS currently. One thing I need to do is get that center off, maybe. Find 3 codes from longbow technicians. A lot of people are playing the same. Like, I haven't seen, like, when I left the game, I didn't see people, like, you know, this many people doing, like, starter missions, which is kind of cool. I should just do free look. So, Positive Gamer's been covering this. He's really happy it's back. He's a hero. I'm like, he's like, we're going home, heroes. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not a hero. I'm a fucking villain. I ain't no fucking hero. I'm as evil as it gets. I did have heroes, but yeah, whatever. Alright, let me, while we're waiting for respawn here. So, you can click to move. I hate that shit. Prompts, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Advanced shadow settings are disabled. Man, I'll probably be playing with all this shit. Give me this free look. Where are they? Anybody see them? You guys seen them? We need faster respawn timers. That's about it. Alright. Anywho. So, let me log out here for a second and show me. Did you say this game has no gear? It has no gear. None. That's not how you live. The way this game works is enhancements. Everything is about your powers, what you choose for your powers, and literally how you enhance your powers. There is no fucking gear in this game. None. There has never been gear in City of Heroes or City of Villains. Never. Everything is literally about your powers. And when PvP could have been good, but the boards for PvP were just trash. That's why I liked Heist so goddamn much. If I was ever going to do anything competitive, it was like on Heist. Everything else was like trash. And then I ran all the top shit to get the top enhancements, and I'm like, what do I do now? Shit. And fucking wait for an event and go pop some shit. That's what killed you with this game. And I played this game for fucking like 2 years. Like, and I took a break. Like I played for like 3 or 4 months. Psh, mash everything. New content come out, go back in for a month, kill it. Go back in for seasonal events, kill it, get the fuck out. Get all my badges. That's the only thing I give a shit about. Get my fucking badges, get my new enhancements, go smash some heist, and just call it a day. There was just no end game. Like, the end game was just weak. You would do motherships, and there was an open raid, there was a closed raid, but yeah, whatever. Definitely wasn't for the hardcore, but you know, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I'll give it that. It was a blast. So let me go ahead, for example. So, I don't want to close it out. Okay. So I'm going to quit to character select. And I'm going to show you guys what you can do with this. Now, this is why every goddamn person and their mother, even everybody was that who liked a hero game, enjoyed the customization in this game, hands down. Like, back in the day, I mean, for its time, like, you never got as much customization. You just didn't. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a character. We have Rogue. Rogue is kind of interesting, how it plays out, but we'll just go with this, the standard freedom. Okay, so your origin of power, right? So you get to pick the origin of your power: science, mutation, magic, technology, nature. Now I went with mutation last one, even though I could have went with science, but I didn't. But let's say I go natural, right? Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the next button. Now this is it, you know. Do I want to build a tank? Do I want to build melee? Do I want to go range? Do I want to go with a CC? Do I want to go support? Or do I want to go with a pet class? I mean, and this is what's nuts. So let's say, oh, you know what? I'm going to build a tank. I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to build a tank. Let's go with the classic. Only the one, the only. There better not be anybody with my name. Mystic Raven. Alright, so now you have your tanks that you can go. You can go Tanker, you can go Peacebringer, don't do Peacebringer, do Warshade, blah. Or you can go Brute, right? You can go any one of those. These two are a little bit more advanced, Peacebringer and the Warshade. But like, I like Tanker. A lot of people like Brute, but I don't. I like the Tanker. Like, and it'll actually tell you. Like, see, this is the problem with the Peacebringer. Same thing with the Warshade. These two are kind of aligned with each other. There's the Brute survivability, melee damage, range damage, and then you see this, but look at the survivability go up. Tankers have like the most survivability. So all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey man, okay, this is definitely a tank. But here's where it gets tricky, right? This is where it gets tricky. What kind of armor set do you want? You want to do a bio armor? Do you want to go dark armor? Do you want to go electrical armor? Do you want to fight fiery aura? Do you want ice armor? Do you want invulnerability? Invulnerability is okay. It's pretty good. Radiant armor, shield defense, stone armor. I was a stone tank, to be honest with you. Stone is badass. Super reflexes, or you can even go willpower. Willpower tanks back in the day were pretty good. They were really good. Willpower was pretty badass. But like, you go with like ice armor if you wanted to. Like, you could build an ice tank. You know, you could do whatever you wanted to. But electrical armor is really nice because each one of these tanks have weaknesses associated, right? So they have strengths and weaknesses. But like electrical, very rarely used, but definitely had resistance to psionicis, toxic, and of course electric. Then it says energy. It's really good against those sets. But like I said, a lot of people went willpower because it had self-healing and everything. It's pretty good. So you can go like high pain tolerance, mind over body. A lot of people would go with the high pain tolerance starting off. Now here's another thing. What type of melee damage? You can go with the battle axe, you can go broadsword, you can go claws, you can go dark melee, you can go dual blades, electrical melee, energy melee, fiery melee, ice melee, katana, kinetic melee, kinetic's pretty cool, psionic melee, radiation, savage, spines, staff's okay too, stone, street justice, super strength's okay. It's really slow though. Titan weapon and war mace. But like, if you want like really fast, kinetics was really good. And then, of course, now here's the biggest part. You can actually customize your height, your physique. Taper down that waist, bring in those hips. Okay. Now, you can do a costume set, a pre-made costume set, or you can just go custom, which we'll do custom, of course. Hats. You can go full mask. You can go hoods. Ooh, I like that. It has a Dr. Doom look to it. Oh, I have to do it now. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, yes. I love that look. So we'll keep it that way. Let's go with the upper body. Now, robes. Let's see what we got. Don't like it with that. Oh. That could be kind of dope. Let's play with the color. Give me the black on a second. And then give me kind of like a silvery. No. Let's unlink it. All right. Okay. Let's go with yeah, that looks better. All right. Now, go with sleeves. See, I love, oh my god. The shit I'm gonna do. I think I like them with both buckles, and I like it the way it looks. Oh my god. Alright. I'm not actually gonna fuck with that shit, but let's get the gloves. Hook? I don't think so. Boxing. I kind of like that Imperial defense. Yeah. It's pretty spiffy. Alright. Belt. This is the tricky part. Elemental Order belt. See, a lot of things is... Oh my. I actually don't mind that, maybe that lip a little bit. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh my. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, lower body. We'll keep it tight. Let's go up. Start down. We'll know it when we see it. Kind of cool, but doesn't really go. Circle of Thorns isn't bad. Customization you get is just ridiculous. Sinister would be probably cool with this. Let me check the color scheme. So, yeah, kind of feeling that. Okay, so boots. Gotta go with Sinister. Well, Sinister's kind of bulky. Celestial Armor 2 doesn't look too bad. The warrior shoes on this look sick. Oh my God. Okay. No back. No back. No back. But we do, I think, have to try to find an orb. Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cryogenics for sure. No ice, but it kind of has that smoky look to it. Yes. Oh my God. That's what it looks like, boys and girls. Say what you will, for an older game, this shit looks tight. It looks tight. No, I don't want to play the tutorial. I want to be a villain. Yes. Move it on. Wow. And that's what it is, man. You could go so much detail with this game as far as like builds and shit. Like before Elder Scrolls, why I kept coming back to this game. My friends kept saying, why do you keep going back to City of Heroes, man, City of Villains? I'm like, the customization is just ridiculous. It's fucking wonkers. Believe you and me. You wouldn't find a game that you could do so much with. And that's what was the appeal for players. I mean, despite its its lack of things, players would have costume contests. It was kind of crazy, man. Badges earned. And you just see, these are all players. All of these. God, man. So, once again, you go to contacts, you find a contact, teleport to the contact. You're like, hey, man, I'm on a bush. And he does the same shit. And guess what? It's free. This is free right now. If anybody wants to go check it out, a link's in the description below. You can feel free to go check it out. Tanks don't deal a lot of damage. I will forewarn you on that. So we need to find the longbows again. And then when you get in the dungeons, like your task force and shit, it gets pretty crazy. There's just so many players on, though. There's so many. Why NCSoft didn't do more and try to salvage this was kind of one of those things. And don't get me twisted. A lot of people hate NCSoft. NCSoft was always really nice to me. I tested a couple games for them in the past. Did some things. And NCSoft always treated me really good. So I'm not going to sit here and bag on the company. So I'm not going to bag on them. They knew how to take care of their top players. I know, I get it. Like, they had to make a decision. They could have sold. I wish they would have sold it and had somebody else, maintenance. There could have been a lot of options other than just shutting it down. So I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like, they shouldn't have shut it down. They should have, like, sold it off, done anything. Advertisement was the biggest one. I'm like, it's a Heroes game. You see these things up here? All of these little art and stuff? You can commercialize in this game. You could put commercials in this game. Everybody's zooming around Atlas Park and over at the Rogue Islands. Like, you could literally put commercials in this game. And have players and have companies basically sponsoring the game. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, what you could be doing. It is so nuts, though, that to be back here, just to log in. Just to log in, have the customization, have the playability that like I said, the nostalgia is here. Like, I have so many fond memories of the game. For me personally, I kept, leaving on and off just because, when it came to the content, there was just very little to do. There was not, you blow through it and then you're just waiting for new content or an event you missed. So once you got the badges, you were like, well, what the fuck do I do, man? Like, what do I do? Now, like I said, I don't know what these guys are going to be doing with this game. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning on doing. There's a lot of things up in the air right now, right? I mean, a lot of things that are just, being asked, being questioned. There's a skull. I'm a pretty resilient motherfucker. Oh. You can get taunt later on, all sorts of abilities. Combat is, like, that's the one thing I would make the recommendation on. Like, speed up the combat. That's the one thing I'd make the recommendation. Like, get the combat to go faster. I mean, it does get a little better. I'm not saying it doesn't, but at this point, it's so slow. I mean, I get that people have to learn. I get that there's a learning curve associated, but the combat's still a little just slow. Like I always said, in the beginning, it would have been nice. Like, your super speeds are so fast. Once you can run or you can fly or you can do whatever. Now, this is old turn-based system. This is why DC kind of was, pushing at that time, because DC was Twitch. It was one of the first. It was the Twitch hero game that came out. And, it did take some players away from City of Heroes, but it couldn't sustain at the time. DC couldn't. DC had everything, though, that this game didn't. It had a focused end game, where it was focusing on saying, oh, hey, guess what, guys? We're going to have raids, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Valid target. Don't know what the fuck's up with that. Trying to find longbows. Is that a cop? These are cops. I should beat the fuck out of these dudes. I'm a villain. Don't beat cops up in real life. That's bad. Still can't find longbows. It's like, what the fuck, man? No, it's a good game, though. They did a good job. They did a really good job. I'm going to cut the stream, but obviously, guys, to be here is amazing. It is simply amazing to relive a game that in my mid-20s, I should say, my mid-20s to 30, I had a lot of fond memories. of this product. And Cryptic, this, like, Champion Online came out, and I'm sorry, but Champion Online never compared to what Cryptic did originally with City of Heroes and City of Villains. Because the events, the task force, all of these, the way the game brought the community together originally was spectacular, right? That's what made this MMO so great, was how everything was set to pull the community together, to cause when City of Villains was introduced, like, it was the first time PvP was being introduced, the first time, like, players could choose a side, and then, going rogue came out where players could switch factions. Cryptic always kept it unique with the community, and especially, like I said, with events. Events were amazing in this game, spectacular. I'm really happy that the fans have somewhere to go, and for me to just be able to log in, play a couple hours, and just reminisce and enjoy this, it's amazing. Now, this game should play on laptops, so even if you have a newer laptop, this game should play, Like, look at the graphics. They're not that bad. There's a little wolf. There's a person's pet. They're not that bad. They really aren't. Like, yes, it's dated. Yes, absolutely. But the graphics, for what it is, I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, yeah, it's old. This was, Jesus, this was, early 2000s when this came out. And it's been 7 years since it's been gone. So it had an 8-year lifespan. It was actually, let's see, 2001, I want to say, is when this game came out. So, something like that. Crazy. Yeah. Go figure. But at least I got to go down memory lane, check out this game. I might pop in and out and mess around every so often. Maybe stream a couple of things when I start getting up there. But as of now, I'm still going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm enjoying my game time in Final Fantasy XIV. Once again, I love everything that Square Enix has done with Final Fantasy XIV. So I'm not replacing that game anytime soon. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty friggin' good. And hopefully the admins and them can continue to run this server and people can enjoy it, because that was one of the things that I would keep it for the fans, man. There's hundreds of players playing now, I think thousands now, and they're enjoying it, and they should get to. They should be able to enjoy a game that they all once loved. And hopefully, if NCSoft and these guys can come to an understanding or to some sort of arrangement or something, I think that would be better than just yanking the plug yet again for these fans. Because this was an art, Men and women, put in a lot of hard work into establishing what this game was. And I know a lot of people look at video games as a product, but for the men and women who work on it, that are passionate about it, they put years of their, blood, sweat, and tears into these games, and it means something to them. So if a game comes out and a company can no longer sustain it, but a community wants to keep it thriving and alive, and they're willing to take the burden on, even if there's no future content available for the game, think of it as art, right? It is something that the community enjoys or enjoyed, and they want to be able to still have those memories You know, that community feeling, and this is what it is. So hopefully NCSoft takes that into consideration. These are people. These are men and women who grew up playing this game. They fell in love with it. They built a community around it, and I hope that they get to maintain this. But unfortunately, sometimes the real world is harsh. So I'm keeping in there for everybody. All right, once again, thank you Purple for stopping in. Thank you Irish for stopping in. Thank you everybody who stops in, watches. Once again, City of Heroes. Yes, it's alive. I'm Mystic Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. Thank you guys for watching, and once again and always, have a nice day.